make sure that all of your T's are crossed, all of your I's are dotted when it comes to signing on the dotted line. Because, like I said earlier, this is a legally binding document. Once it's signed, there's no going back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our final episode of Leasing Commercial Real Estate for Beginners. In this series, we've covered a lot of ground, from determining your needs to starting your search for the right property to negotiating the lease, and now we'll be discussing the final step, reviewing and signing the lease. Okay, so sit back, relax, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, notification bell, and let's dive in. So once you've reached this point, it's important to take your time and thoroughly review the lease agreement. This is a legally binding document. So you want to make sure you fully understand all the terms and conditions outlined in it. If there's anything you don't understand, don't be afraid to ask questions or seek legal advice. And this is why it is so important to have a tenant rep broker to work through all of this with you, because they can outline the lease and make sure that everything that was negotiated in the proposal is in the lease and is correct in the lease. And if you have any questions that you maybe want to change in the lease, the tenant rep can work through that with the landlord's broker and with you. So make sure to hire a tenant rep broker through this whole process. So you need to ensure that the lease agreement includes all of the crucial details you negotiated and agreed upon. These are the essential elements that must be present in the lease to avoid any discrepancies or misunderstandings in the future. These include rent and additional fees. You make sure, as I stated in earlier videos, you understand how rent is calculated and when it's due. In addition to base rent, there may be additional fees such as common area maintenance or CAM charges, property taxes, and insurance. Be sure to clarify which fees are included in the lease and how they will be calculated. Also, there's lease term and renewal. The lease should specify the length of the lease term and any options for renewal. Make sure you understand the renewal terms and any rent increases that may be associated with a renewal. There is a security deposit. The lease should specify the amount of the security deposit required and how it will be used. Be sure to clarify when the security deposit will be returned and under what conditions. Maintenance and repairs. The lease should outline the landlord's responsibilities for maintenance and repairs, as well as your responsibilities as a tenant. Make sure you understand who is responsible for repairs and how they will be handled. The use of the property. The lease should specify how the property can be used. Make sure the intended use of the property is allowed under the lease and any zoning laws in the area. There's alterations and improvements. If you plan to make an alteration or improve the property, make sure the lease allows for it and specifies who is responsible for the costs. And lastly, subleasing. If you plan to sublease the property, make sure the lease allows for it and outlines any restrictions or requirements. Once you have thoroughly reviewed the lease and understand all of the terms and walked through it with your broker and have agreed to it, it's time to sign. Make sure you sign all the necessary documents and keep a copy of the lease for your records. It's also a good idea to consult with an attorney or your broker before signing the lease to ensure that your interests are protected. That is so important, and I will reiterate it throughout the whole video. Make sure that all of your T's are crossed, all of your I's are dotted when it comes to signing on the dotted line. Because, like I said earlier, this is a legally binding document. Once it's signed, there's no going back. So it's important to take the time to review and understand all of the terms before signing. And with careful consideration and professional guidance, you can enter into a lease agreement with confidence and a peace of mind. Well, congratulations. You've successfully leased commercial real estate, but your work isn't quite done yet. Make sure to adhere to the terms of the lease and maintain a positive relationship with your landlord, this can go a long way in ensuring a successful and fruitful tenancy. Well, everyone, thanks so much for joining me for this series on leasing commercial real estate for beginners. I hope that you have found it informative and helpful. And as always, feel free to ask questions down below. If you need further guidance, I am a tenant rep broker in the market. This is my expertise, and please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you're looking for commercial space or you have a question about commercial real estate, or maybe you're in a renewal and you need to know how to go about that negotiating process. I can help you with that. I work for a company called Cressa. We're a global company. We're all over the world. So even though you may not be in Southern California where I'm located, I can help you find another broker in your area that can help get you into some commercial space. So I hope you enjoyed the series. Thank you so much for tuning in these last 4 weeks. And I hope that as you look for commercial space, you hire a tenant rep broker first and foremost, but now you have some confidence to understand how the process works, what to look out for, and how to grow your business in a space that you can actually do your business. So good luck in your commercial real estate venture. Please hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next video.